Anfo mubesu mama chese obi wo hokra na nko obenya na nka mehwe ho no man sorry. Now so what a lot of people are refusing to understand say me Sally from poor man ya me jahi me the apple of God's eye. No matter what you do and come wasem wa be kan internet so e dey afa me ho wa dia obeye and come if you say when you have the protection of God nothing seems to matter. Eye show yi your friend Showtym Saturday bi aba don woche abo ekopim don do ene ye de brewo na omo so mi mu ama me de sa show yi ba asa me che se no abodie bia on say producer de ade ne to me na so o me na se sa na obi ehun say no abodie o ma boa me ye de ba no say no menya the newest sponsor in the person of Franco phones and accessories. Omo aba beka ho and say Franco Trading Enterprise. Omo ye leading member and I say dealers in phone and its accessories. Omo beka ho darling alcoholic beverage. Say obi bisa say she Sally sisifia enoa na menom because me ametina hey onyankopon ama me sa permission say menom nsa ena me yafu yade no enti ti me de nsa de ka ho a na me de lemon no so efra no I make sure say menya slim waist mo wo sisifia ne bi ne menya bi afese so Star Beer is a brander have been in this industry for 50 years and they are still thriving. Uko baby even VC10 ubenyebi atoho afa stomach guard my younger sister can attest to the fact say stomach guard die say we yafuye we yo say we ulcer situation wo the man obia ne ho beto no obia ho beto no afa so no eye Kumasi Bires me ametina hey me Kumasi ni pa ekura me free mu eye yamo ase aguna yamo ase na enam by fatherhood intino makofi attachment akakra mo han masakofi dwaben kakra enti hu a me ya kan this year ana me de gent Kumasi bitters there sa abade a omeso mo hwehwe obi obeba hwehwe mo de hie show so no mo de atoso any other people obi ti say cute cap parlor for my hair afi mi amata adi so ehye mi e free mi ankasa mi closet mu makomu na me se ene mpese me hye me mpabo ehye me kojo shoes na de maame ana afi so me makeup so no nungua Beyonce na atwetwe me makeup ya ehye me anase manima ye fe me crowd dey na nkofo se me hia makeup na me ho ofeninti ti gina me nchen na yemfa dwumadie imbra upesa will send a message on anything that we are coming to discuss today. Being say Captain Planet of 4S4. S will be better or master rights no no so yeah. Bulldog finally has gotten an apology from Shatta Wale. Bibi besi. Hey. I am a day. Me dear Shatta there. What to me eto hosano na am day. Is the Shatta the form? Yeah, me there. I feel so no. Osinachi. Ni kunu susukun no. When your judgment. Ana Almighty Bimbo Adomoye. Asemo kaya kwotwetwe nsem bebre. E de aba no. Eno ne ye be discuss. Enti ye nchen kra. Ma me ntena se. Me come achi ti se de odehye na me ye no a. Na papa fato me so me tena se nya na ade tum so fi se me odehye. Papa. Kuya fra aba ne me. Ti odehye de me ye bi pa. Enti ye tena si na mo hu si e ko break first time enti ye de ade ne ba be hyehye so sesi a. Enti ye waste time kura. Ma me nkom anim na me ne me bedwafo a me do omo ba be di nkom. Enne no enye the normal people no. Ba ko pe. Ena ewo okay. Say no me producer ne say de me si de nwom ne saa ya wo hu se me feel no. Abode ne yensa nkotie biem na yembra. Ti muntie de mpesa me nka nche matamfofo nyina e wa anwum ni mu. Ye bas de. She say me producer de violence de. Wo background che violence going no. Was it no abode. Me retreating chenkofo say no abode. Ti no abode ampa. Enwa yetie no. Ye Captain Planet. You saw no Captain Planet na ye cartoon bia ye didi ago pa ye mofra ne hwe so mo wo power It's Captain Planet and no 4x4 and when they need be common energy a 4 more person mo turn the rights and home I face so no yes so person rich here or no our social media platform Adom TV but on Facebook pen Adom TV extra I face so see your number your friend is 0240 556369 0240 556367 so person would be bia for her ubetumi dia for her na waka ubetumi kwa ka so mama ga wo ho time what you say na a friend say you ready dia ma ha no yen wo filter ti mo a mo wo ye external co-host for no mo fan send them right so no just like I said no ye ni obi ti say pandit o mo tra me ncha ye di dwumade nyina mo nya ye me co-host for and obi opese obi sa question bia obi opese o kasa bi obi obetimi akasa na ye co-host panyi pa otenemu ye ka konkonse wo wiase nyina odi bi pa he happens to be a person now we me colleague wo Adom Entertainment host wa ono so ye broadcast journalist but how wa betre dey as why no ho say we decent na so ye ka decency dia na no enwo bi ekura ye friend no Mike 2 Mike 2 passion that is say
sorry nyame Adom me hoye
na bibia boko
Erade Adom
wo ho ayefe
me ho de efe pa
asa du pese wo si wani wo waka wo
boatin bi eni ho a no ho nyefe
sa wo ho
boatin bi eni ho ni ska boatin bi eni ho ni nyansa boatin bi eni ho abodam
sa
boatin bi a wuska boatin bi a ho ofe boatin bi a modam boatin bi eni nyansa
ampa wo ho de efe ti man so how pa
me girls on
bebre minimpa wo ho ofe afi one person we Monaguchi and then no me ma special shout out to Monaguchi say mama no edin say woye monaga chese wo ba otumi maame abrewa bi kikansem wotumi a stop ne kakra ne ma na kama ne for editorial ka me de be ma abrewa no a na Monaguchi so I find a better way to express it ama baby ajo enti Monaguchi say no violence no there may be can one day my second apprentice my third apprentice e violence mu e wo na wodi a media ma ye Monaguchi of TV onua TV and say wo ye bibi jejo no wo ye monaga wo say me mamaga and wo ye monaga ye da ase for saving the family beautiful families are there man no entities and take shots at them any possible that enti me da ase pa na third in place your friend no Baba can no enye de I can do ni be e can no CANN na first pa na minimum no your friend no Aba guy ono so ye broadcast journalist just say one Metro TV emo ene ye adwuma Baba can and I friend no Aba guy edi gaga ni pa kwesi na de man me reveal secret na pa kwesi akomo ye me boss na de man Aba
yes sir
na te say
nyame na
wa brofu di ni de say hin ka
mo brofu zin
ka
oya samo
ka ye de hin
for the charity
there be mani mo di kan kese na ngofonte
Winnie Madikizela Mandela kan
Monsieur no mo say me da form Nelson Mandela ire Bajo bodini bi o se dai
Winnie Madikizela Mandela kan
Patro
edi we dey kiye to me draw
papa
ya papa draw
Mucho papa
no mama no papa to me do to
so when you man fantafo
fe
fa eyi kakram bata homa is in nan sound there mwolobo drums na chede
one more time Bobiem
Winnie Madikizela Mandela kan
Wunim din so bo papa Wusi an yo ho
papa
pronounced Ava, thank you so much for coming.
It's great being
here. Cheche watch so say.
Sisi Adom.
Would you global trotting one? No nam ha. Ma cheche watch do.
So when you most major
Aye.
But Sisi Adom aba.
And you have to be here. Anna, one a year entertainment pundits a hadie where you co-host. Na wasade no ko share politics mu kakra e mo party we kese pa na enya asem getwa na omo we ye no ne attitude or the buy any idea no I metena ha me hye na nimunya say eh ntumi lose kwa so nya confidence am happy enti ye ka film any idea and also businessman they say ne di ba kwa asa dia man so a politician na wa affiliated with the New Patriotic Party na ne din ne papa ne maame de wo no eye kwaku osei kwanche esidu industry mu no na yaye na acronym eye coca net say
nyametias
na dey ene no uma wabayifo ne ba me nchen ena obehu sa se me shekala we nti wo so wo shekala ni bia na se de ade
o se
telepathy no ho
me this year ba me hene aka baabi asante hene asante man
yeah oh yeah
ekuru akwase anim ekuru ni kwase anim yeah ade pa na ukwan no so a udu agona na umant
ena me ho so na me sumi
umane a na ukohwe mo ase
enti na say yekuro na so no
yekuro no de me kan sisi kwase anim
me so me sa ba bia me fi ni kwase anim kura ho mo ma ye eye wo ho so kwase ani panim kura ye condolences
yeah mampo hima yeah ma shedin
papa ana one person why madam for so many years a lot of people who saw around here they don't know say me and am we span like almost 15-16 years in it. Na 1990 mo a hustler famity ha say papa na just what be a big a friend say series a show a fisherman meboa ana Jamestown fisherman ana o de buy afeyeta hwa no asaba kaso atrotro na ye de to me two tables so tia so ne hwede to afi 190 moa wasakofo movie e friend okutono movie ena enkofu obi awia otokuno menye enkrani tito obo asema me otokuno movie no aweni awards bebre ono so wa ha sei na edi ne maame ne papa de man no de eye Daniel Kofi Ewusi na me a minim no na minim baby or represent ne de ye friend LAPZ Kofi
LAPZ
in the beauty La Paz. Kofi, thank you so much for coming. Many are just papa.
Miss Many are just about show.
Wow, they said why a big man in the system? Why a big man in the system?
You know what for do.
I know you're in generous voice.
Exactly.
Kofi, me that's a pass waba. And everybody come be bring. Come is centered around you. And Captain Planet pa enti ebeba later kakra enti ya na match so kakra e de amame me hu say o the awards be brace so abesi table you say na say wo beji udi ene na wako Shatta Wale so best friend no na Shatta so da form kese pa enya agro ketwa enti no sanko foi na minnuam be ma na obai e na eye me ko hoster me do mo be yedwumadi ene na time ne ko tien go straight to one of the stories mete ye me de pa on Wednesday anajo na metena ho ana minya ping papa me hu a eye apology and retraction letter a free Ghanaian dance hall musician ni dia ne mama ne papa de man no ye Charles ni ama but enam patakojeko attitude ken attitude nti what the shatter and ato no first pa ne friend bandana enti mesrewa say producer wo ha e na apology letter no fair to ho now we apologize to wine we apologize to no other person say artist manager any a businessman no so a politician kakra because ya na who say what it was the National Democratic Congress Mr. Lawrence Hansen your friend industry mu Bulldog. I feel what's in a house. So a bull god with a small G because there's no way that he can be a capital G. And you know, so I ready a producer at the better hall. Now, me back straight into the studio. Say, be ya, ye beka hwasem. Omo baha edano. Kofi and then ubeka bi, but ye be save you more. Me was e bi ana Shatta Wale the wenya asem. Ana u found.
Shatta the asem ni
Enti omo enta amba ha no onene me de ombe sha ase enti ladies first A year back to say 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Anna Shatta Wale, a series of lives. Anna Wale J say, a year the late Fennec Ochra, or that the fear you cool, or say Bulldog a confess ya chen say, or no can or more, or mukuno ehon. Ti Emma Bulldog crack or there mukakra. Na, me sa backtrack kakra, achemo. A year back to say few, 7-8 years ago, during the AM Plus days, with Sammy Banflex, now the manager of Shatta Wale, A year Shatta Wale, the manager then, a Bulldog who called Germany. Emma OCZ the laptop, na laptop, na a year Bulldog said, na you naked photos, was so. And Shatta Wale see a separate a year naked photos, Emma, a few people, see. Na you buy studio because see who sa naked photo no baby na say Shatta Wale and na air spread into impeding for friend no e kwa think say police headquarters e mo to me ko cheche ne hu nsemu na sa asem ne yeti me some of us no I never wanted Bulldog to work with him again but we be say who my mind who my mind into no e no koye ana nam one buy ana mo pa Bulldog cho no sa de ne koye adwuma biem enti this is a second coming of Shatta Wale. And all allergy say, a ye Bulldog, a kum, Fennec Ochre, because I'm say Bulldog, nini altercation, a BM so threaten a kakra. It's because of that, and I say, was our cast, I said, Mitchell, was our call, ignite no a buy. Who apology no? Say, a dear about him, Baba.
The first time I moved apology, no, question over me first year after how many years? After how many years? 3 years. That major course, what course the magnitude of Asama or Kano at that time, attention Asama Shatta Kano. Bisa what there is it the same attention? Na apology wenya. No. Nkofa for one wadwen ewie dedam. Ebia nka Bulldog nkofo bi ba frafra no for adwuma bi for some kind of relationship bi no but ona ma sama Shatta Kane. And then there is this thing awa menye wonam no sa wo kakama sama it is very easy the wo bejiwedi the nipa onyo no na menye nanam Shatta ya no ho nipa bi a no bufu na orobue na na akasa sabe onjuno ho ebien or come while you're yo. Forgetting the future implications are or samono or the baba. It involves us moving all around the world. There are lots of countries that have a criminal record, they won't even grant you visa. And so much the Bulldog why lucky. Do to me na onya visa. And then Shatta should have also realized that whatever information he had about Oye Fennec Ochre Nuwuno, whether it was a confession or not. Although I said there's a boo boy now no bibi trend, and I don't who bibi dama, it was because of trust. And a Bulldog woman, because I'm on trust why send you a hormonoma, mambamba kencho. Boo aside it may have been just a threat, keke. Yeah, more from my in movies been at home on a mesha. Ever no be namni baby no be a threatening. A threatening new year, be bonny be a button, then they start blaming you. So the fact that you threaten Fennec shred there on no kun. Sally, it's a huge you've taken a life that you did not give and can never give. It is a very, very, very serious allegation. First, after how many years? Semi Bulldogger, I will sue, and I would demand the apology to be distributed in a way that it should reach every single person. The allegation no or a chain. Because when we circulated the apology letter around social media, industry then we forget about it. There are lots of people who will not even hear that an apology has been made. And this murder suspect thing will be hanging on Bulldog's shoulder everywhere he goes. And in a way, no so no Bulldog me ye kakra, me blame kakra. Me blame Bulldog kakra. In fact, industry, one of the people one of the men I me pe wana sampaye Bulldog.
Yep. Me too.
Most my Bulldog shema.
Me too.
Obey you are beautiful.
Me too.
Obocha mahaga na dinti Bulldog da ma komado pa.
Me nenina mwemwano.
Oh.
Me feeling brutal.
He's so handsome. He's so handsome. But my blaming kakra because this is somebody no way to circulate vision in nakedness. This is somebody who circulated your wife's dignity. The fact that it doesn't matter. Mbenyefo say on child they don't bear grudges. That no kaka. Inye maybe home ma bear a grudge. Inye maybe home ma bear a grudge. Anybody who would go to that extent can even kill you. Anybody who go to that extent can even kill you. Ntunkode Bulldog nankasa sono. In as much as no anye shatari ejuma, but nkodo hwenu huye. Kodo hwenu huye papa because biso wode dem obotu me kunu asemi biso wode sanka Bulldog nyenyi pa na room ye dzana. Enka he could have committed suicide. He could have harmed himself in a way because such an allegation or hang on you. Reputation is very, very important. Inti sere yada or they make sure that nipa na or do reputation do to form no. We have people like that. Oba shadara ukukuo ma semi bi onyim at a point onyim that no ele ya yim no we ya to hormone so that at the papa bi no reba wa konim na lose. We have people like that. Inti nipa we tum on so onyu asam do onyonya bed we tum we leak we yiri ni nude enya we yiri no nyini nya asam but otumi do call we yiri no do oye danala or affect wo mba kakra oba affect we busuafo kakra we yiri nanka so oba affect we yiri busuafo oba affecting baby we yiri adwuma okọ chapel na nyankofu ne nyinara oba affect we so such a person enyini sana oda adwunu ho ebie
meba na maje wo final word on what okaye Mike too. The person be read the publication of part a second paragraph for nature was say the publication included a statement that I have now come to know was generally misunderstood or misconstrued as Mr. Hans's confession to me that he had a hand in the murder of Fennec Ochre. I find it so hard to understand say I dear buy me pesi be boss video ni bi because asem ya resolve it and nti me pesi call but ba say me crowd catch me say una kun Fennec Ochre na say it was misunderstood and misconstrued ya court ensem no pa cho de udi echi kakra ti na me ene me do buy no ya court nsensem no asem we asem kese pa but how we pesi a cho letter ne say I said it was misunderstood, but we all saw what Shatta Wale said, or we share video nibi of what he said. It's sa aspect no, say misconstrued or misunderstood no. E kasa ke ka na say really and truly we misunderstood it.
Okay, enti ne tine say assembly a meka kire obi a say ye nokra na say ye nokre. Okwa bonten ko ka say Mike 2 can say ya. Na me ba bonte mpo emfa ne say no kre na me ka kire o ba de ba bedane asem na me ka kire o say ne o kan no boa na oni evidence because me no me no pe ne kan ho asem e kokoto a eye wo e na wo de evidence e ba be ka say am pass my 2 ne ka kire me say bottle we on the fire enti na mra e kokoto a we talk about evidence, we are not talking about truth. Yeah, ka facts and evidences. Enti ebra oka asem no se mpo me se mpo se abrante ni bie na no ka kire ne se eye me na me ka sa
evidence
bie no. And we shouldn't forget say 2018 asem no sha ase be 2014 mu 2018 na Bulldog enya judgment acquitted and discharged
of it of the Fennec issue.
Yes, you kind of say acquitted and discharged. E kire say asem no chese say unnim ho hwe wo ho kura anim ase wo asem kura anko court kura mpoda enti se obi a na asem no asem e be allegation ese yese abrante ni wo nim ho bi e ma ye che ni tumu remande no court ba e mfinhia bebre na obenya judgment chese acquitted and discharged no differences were more. If you are discharged and no, but acquitted and discharged, the and also yes, just say as a seminal who as a book as a report that. But the revisitation of the case in about year allegation Shatta Sanko kind okay, even though the person was acquitted and discharged, but we are getting different information in Tisanet there. I will say
different information is or confess it say.
But the back court now, me casa into evidence in the same. Inti, me na me catch your own puna me casa, up abudia court to him for Budia Boya Assembia. I ain't known that this handsome the buy, but we shouldn't forget to say defamation cases, you know. A idea at this time around would do rougher. You bet you who's and a share defamation and share somebody who has a to do person.
Exactly.
If a man of straw, how do I see you for defamation? Sabe me see you crying me deep bemo. Me nya and we shouldn't forget that the defamation cases are several, they are not criminal cases. Inti say a court and the damages are not so a person could damage be true so say be am pay be 5 million Ghana cedis. And can they start our coin be also be 2 years as a brand channel. Say was so here. But media near me ya pan say Bulldog, because we have to get a test case, you know, even though this has also served as a test case. Say,
but not to the highest level.
To the highest level. Nanka me pay more.
Can call to the full
capacity. Damage. So how damage you say be a magic 500,000 Ghana cedis, 1 million Ghana cedis. Now say also pimpa.
Yeah, what for Mike? Yeah, bebaho. Okay. Because me wo video wa. A year, a friend say me girl Yali. Wo AM show so. And a friend say Noella interview no. What this video no of how na ope. It is hono. The wo can ebeba mo to me. I express sa o concern no. But say no. Ma menje coca. Yeah. Lies and ye kai about to be because you call court no. To say the two kai no. Na ye hear evidence. But on pakone do kan akra na we need evidence no. Until at that particular time no. Abeye defamation. Me boa. Obedi atro ato edipane so. Pacho what I say. Yeah. Asemi judgment e bae because not judgment the Bulldog the yakasa badadada. However, not party no woman say or execute the court na shine say wonye no. It has taken him almost like 2 years to Shatta because a buy not just say oh apologize but has taken him a long time. I'm a Bulldog crowd had to change in a lawyer to make sure say the judgment no will be what will be executed. And sana Shatta eba. It who story no. Now who say a whole thing like this a banana yeah kase it was misconstrued and misunderstood. Like me I would have preferred say they were all blatant lies. Yes. A hono pacho bra who say case ni na
mechia obi ohwe bia na mechia me nya lawyer ni and I mean se ne case ni pan e ko duru ho. But I feel say Leonard microphone etna no. This was the best resolution. But me na me dey say your industry no enya this pattern of life because ye pe kasa without inyinasoro ye pe ye de abufu edi nkomo ne sanoma ena managing artists your biggest mistake ye we ye de abusu enyina awram enti nkomo ne normal eba no you don't draw a line. But the Ebuane say there are no documented or recordings. Furthermore, a photocram there's only be dim comma. Just be careful out of this. Because unim so only pakon record no. For me, it's a Leonard case. But I also feel say baby a Bulldog man call hono. He's shown maturity. We pushy Shatta I'm also show maturity. Mesa say how
did Shatta show maturity? Somebody that you're finding guilty of defaming a person. Oh. Maturity, but so one father now man go meet me them. Tell maturity. He was actually forced. And
that you can't mean them. Because it is a defamation. It's not criminal. Yes.
And
yes. But asesa no e wo bibi a yenim se ka onye da. So there is growth.
No.
No. Is the apology?
Yes.
No. You see,
it has made him a man.
No. If the court instructed you to do it, what I say?
But look at how long it could have it could have gone. You be charging no, you be man. But that dent
on that tangent now,
yes, on that dent.
What if says now he wasn't willing to pay that amount of money?
You can't conversation in you can't say the extent of damage now akono. This rippling effects cannot be. Now asakwa so yes you on ye bunu for wakotia penalty over calculative here 20,000 100,000.
No, I understand where you are saying is that them also mature.
Yeah, because we need it because listen, Bulldog be use video way ne baby be 14 and now 15. I clarify no.
Yeah.
Na sekebe dru ho na brantie na anye. What do you do? Now oba say, father, papa, yes we na wo ye. How do you defend yourself? Oh, confront lawyer and judge na ba.
Oh, so be na so anya emra na be hye no.
And that's
where I'm coming from. I'm not the best channel.
So that
judgment. I say when any judgment so near finding a penalty. Obey to yesikano.
We to it serves as evidence.
There's documents that you have paid.
Unkola wom, ne yi wom, nipa no ode na no ye ade no, ode na no aba beka.
Oh, na de be na ye tangible. Essence say court what the for. Yeah, say not damage say ni ehwehwe.
Ade we my witness be na American. The man is still explaining himself today because only parkour
because there's no document.
There is no because only parkour na ampacho or ye ya na ye finding no tie sika no.
Eti na ye limbo.
Oh, David. No, putting it right.
No, Mike.
Let's have this education.
No, you do your rebuttal.
No, can't say. Me can't say. What I've seen. He has done what he no they can or the sound no retract it. So there is an evidence and there is a video any day that can be played that who namwansem na udi ni ntro na udi ye no wa na be pacho. It is there. But to push and push, why do you think the guy insisted say on your video on demand?
No, but Shatta Wale was actually pushed for so many years, for almost 2 years now.
2 years.
And America say
yes.
Me de radiasi.
Say you pushing no na why?
Why? Because ordinary no na ye enye sika and ode ye so ye manfa na no no na enye deterrent e ma ye nyina
okay
because ke command sika na ye fine we be sika no but tomorrow when somebody is asking you say there are you now going home to go and bring a paper to come and testify that oh yes even though he didn't do it I got this amount of money
but my too do you see where he's coming from?
Asemna ye ka ho asem sisia no enye se sebio ya betra ye mienu anim nkwa na ye ka eye mra anim na wo se wakasa etia me ama na gu me ho fi ena watumi akwachire mu wo court efi an ye gu me enti sa say or retract no eye one of the remedies court betumi aka so okay
exactly
enti judgment ni bi no
ebi no
okay
one of the remedies bi no enti court be kire o say Bulldog no akasa emu na me ate ase so ono de oso ohia sika wo no ho
ebeba ho enti wo de kan ono
enti ne ete ne say sa achopa no enye so obi na ahye ne so on pa chewo but lawyers be transfer ku say maybe ensem na ekọ no ade ba ko a eye one of the remedies ebetimi aboa yen amye de asem no court be dia tumu no enyina so okay asem ko e ba yen my lord since your client no wono no ho aba be pa chewo articles and they are going to show these publications to the court. Obabe patch on see you are free and they are going back to the court. So I'm court there, fine. But when you have a patch, they will go back to the court to tell court to say, win, and amendment conference like I say, you know. Afraid you have a bedroom saying to your client in the crown no or patch ama we inside your sana. Court on Swag to go as someone I'm over the buyer, money I'm on there.
And one American is part of the remedy.
Engineer to say, my and one fan and one candy and can you evidence?
No,
the court is going to write judgment to that effect. Say, apart from so called publicly, no, this is my judgment. Court Barbetro, Judge Barbetro, it's in our qua, a bit me case, you know, a cooking kind. Yeah. It's in the
I also sank here, but publicizing it said here
simple.
we are.
It's in the no kind of woman, but me, you know, so cassette or no can.
I think Koka patch in there. Court area. There's no publication about
no,
the
you have all your documents, you have everything.
And then you have everything. More patching in the BBC, and you man, Kofi Akosha documents about the
my two so can say judgment in the ban you paying damages will still be publicized. You can
publicize that one.
I'm saying that you can be a war society muno are reading
a problem.
Documentation is there, but this video, everywhere you go, it is there.
It's there.
Everywhere.
So on your video,
online. Uncle media tour. No,
that video becomes your living evidence. But paper, how many media houses will publish it for you? Say, graphic, right now you have to pay. What you say? Only Pacono no ye. And Uncle no yet. Do they even read those documents? Make us say no matter how the where it is, the world has seen that as someone who can no why retract it or retract it, and so there is a video. So a chinebi uni okra na yekase uba ekase ebekase papa asem no anka asem esi okan a video ni na fe na yekọ hwe paper abekan a kire na kire.
In your situation you feel say retraction on Kenya video rather than a written statement.
Yes, that's why he did a video.
Okay,
he has done the video.
Yeah, minimum.
That's why he has done the video. So I'm saying that I am happy. Said me Coca, I am happy. Said baby, I didn't do yen. He has done an evidential thing that even when I don't read the judgment, I know say it has been done.
I get what you mean now, Brakofi.
Yes.
I said, "Some year by with your space in the past, so you are preview to it near the end. Who say finally there has been a judgment, and a judgment in but finally the person now or no yet at fault, no
judgment
is
mine.
But what say
Judgment means a judgment.
no, any judgment in the back actually say go and retract, no.
One of the remedies I feel now about court to know. But
but listen.
I was here finding out.
No, what you I'll play a video so that you understand that say judgment aba.
I just have me finding out.
No, ewa video my fan na ye be kono. Pacho bra, eye producer. Eye play video no na ye hu. Mun play video na ye Bulldog. Eye explain what the no ohwehwe e free ne ho no. No ohwehwe ne ama mienu. Niema mienu na ohwehwe say an apology letter and also tia ne lawyers ne ka. Okay, mpacho bona yintie.
When Shatta's legal team came to say that they want to settle this out of court, you know, we sat down with a number of people in the industry, in the space, a lot of people, A+ some chiefs and some my big people from Nima and everything. And I said, okay, he's my brother, I can always take out the case. Now, there's only one condition. Actually, two conditions I'm looking out for: an apology and he pays my legal fees.
Right.
So basically, the money involved in this whole matter was for my legal fees, right? Because it will not defame me for me to now go and pay my own legal fees, right? If I'm taking it out of court, if I'm saying that, hey, we are brothers, there's no need to go back and forth. At least the decent thing to do is to try and sort out the legal aspect of the whole situation, So that's what we had. So the legal fees were supposed to be 100,000 Ghana cedis, and that would to my lawyers, right? So that's the money involved, not money for me or anything. I don't want to know about the money.
So has that money been paid to your legal team?
My legal team is working that out.
Okay.
So the apology came, I think, on Wednesday. So the legal team, Cephas Boyo and his whole team are on it, and I'm sure they will sort that out too, because they need to be paid for their work. That's basically it. Yeah.
Okay. But beyond the apology, where does, this whole experience leave your relationship with Shatta?
He's not an enemy, right? He's somebody that I've worked with, somebody that I love, someone that I have. There will be no point that I'll wish him anything but success. It won't change how I feel about him or how I felt about him. You know, once we cross paths, that's how I believe. Once anybody cross paths with you in life, there's a purpose for that.
Right.
You know.
You say na sem no. Ya will be an onim lawyer muniam and as onim court muniam wa Kofi. No wo floor ho ansa na yeko. Em say nkofo I express here the enemy who say you keep nodding. Who agree with a lot eniam o maka ni bia na bit say ansa na ya ka.
Okay, well, me who na or publish here no. The first thing about my dream when they say, who asked him to do that? Me put the name say case no work. And straight away my dream click him and say, the lawyers now advise him. Because from what we are hearing, you know,
from Bulldog, no?
From Bulldog, it means that I'm saying settle out of court. Now his
and
lawyers.
It was Wale's lawyers that requested
exactly
for
because someone say baby a case ne kika kono. Se Bulldog catch evidence being and one shey ya e beko akogu ye ni mass court. Enti Wale yentem na publish away. Now, me problem am me wo say baby oka say the whole thing was misconstrued. That is my point. And I'm showing remorse. No. You have to act it well. Because say what can say not say oh people misconstrued.
When we heard what you said,
then it means say unya no to my that is me problem with this whole way. I hope you understand.
No, I understand.
What this man is also saying is, if we have written evidence, say, Wale apologize here, and I say, we should have a
video of him doing that. Yeah,
well.
True.
For that, yes,
I agree with that.
Because we always say, before person I dare see BBD,
fashion book,
because uncle nipa and read. You understand? There are so many people on social media, they are well known. By banning trial crowd, yet people follow them.
Yeah.
And you know, can say we have to have evidence.
Shatta Wale and written, but the video evidence, just like here.
On use the same medium, non-fa apologizing, so that at least Bulldog down on also better.
And what it is what you are suggesting is a apology and can not Bulldog and Jim to move. Absolutely.
Yes.
Is that what you
say? No chair nyope. On chair Shatta Wale. Why how far so say okojina mokola and now
because it wasn't a written thing. You said it. Yeah.
Confer the same medium not change to one and no never mammy.
Bra, asema walking. It is a say no now you were trying to educate us say. We no ye omune ka so mokwa settle out of court. And your court na e ka so omunye nti di oma ye no mo sa de be court na.
Court na mdo omeka. Reason so ombe quite record to say. Baby asem na duru. Ye best record to say. Ye be corner yakoka asem na wo fie. And we should also know say court ma ho kwan say nsem me ko ho doors. Enti say nsem bi wo ho.
Yes, ye betimi mediate between us.
Ye munyi nko na monkoka. Na monfa ho mu ayemra. But we shouldn't forget to say court ma e grant us out of court settlement
and no just absolute
and you just atwamu ukona wo ba e wo say what the findings no ebre court
ye bisa say why satisfied
ana asem bi ba ya na medi akiri asem no ba ye no ye kosre say lawyer kosre say ye mfa e pese ye de asem no kofie na ye koka na isan say asem no kwesi ye no onipa no ko ne na court gitum o guarantee o sre. You pray for court to say what person not the man then you go or man adjourn date now. No one pa be catch your court say ampa ye call ye no bibia the din no near assembly fa no ho no or gitumu a e be bisa no ama na gi atum ansa na bibi wo ha court asa atworo enti ne Bulldog kan yi eye nea osusu sen konya wo pe ye for example masa ankoma ne lewe Lewe aba publicly abeye apology. But matter say okwa fast no na nenyi ho. So when they went to court.
Yes one say me
you and e basa nkomo we a court no empe pi ni hwehunu say if it is done to the satisfaction of the person defamed na. E hwan ansa na court be hu mobo. Ba me asem ne fa me ho no. Me say apology ne menyi ntu mu e be yeden. Eno na ama lewe ne Martha de no. E ko ba sa no. Enti Shatta no mo di. Ye fa ne say wo tworo. O kan na say e court. Na Bulldog ka say
he's satisfied.
Obo one po no say o dey apology no na also satisfied. They will pray to court. A lawyers no. Because so your client no cry say omo ka on brofo na na to court na sumu a. Then you be so okay. Your mama kwan say mo nkoka wo fie no. Motumi de asem papa be to court nanim. Ansa na ye de krata ato so asan ase say ampa say ma asem no ye de awie na measures bi e wo hu bia na asan de ato ho ebio. Ebi wo kra ye won say me betumi aka e wachiri. But this time around they are now going back to the court. Now the said apology no yakoka kire court say me asem fa me ho ya defame me no ampa majatum and the lawyers na be dis ankomo no entima ye nyina nka say
but bra wo de uchi video na eye Bulldog tenemu na he seems to be satisfied with whatever Abba.
Okay, then
video no because he said
most of the time
yeah he was
I was saying nyina trans na ehun say if he is satisfied.
No, but he said they say I mean a friend say this is what he wanted.
When him say o draft na why no o de koma on pako no lawyer ebi kura omukwa na tro mawo say na me pe no
but me dey misconstrue ne dey
okwan bi ofa so kan e say out of court settlement no mo ye o mo de hu mu aye enti ye kan
yes so
court no dey say be wada otini ba bi asan ba no ni ho enti mu na mo de mo nsem be ko say o kan miss interpretation you miss for one you me I defame no case me satisfied na ojitu a case die
yeah because enti Bulldog body
okay with this
enti enka dey enti na nka da dey enti na be sin ne enka na asem na to ntwai because ni a me a we defame me hwehwe me say ebetumi ate me hu fi na o de agu me no defamation yes we agu me hu fi one ma dey say nkofo hu me ko musuro me be ma ko school cry ye say papa we no kokun we no sa ne ma ni nyina eno wo hia apology obi wo say no pe ma sa nkoma wo so hia sika bia mfi
sa na Bulldog so hia ya say proper apology
so if say obetumi aye that proper apology na me giri say the next I join date I Martha no be court e bia me before besi enti Bulldog no mu die yen hwe akiri yen hwe so okay after the court after so almost so settle no ye court a e dey na court beka obeji apology na to lawyers no kra beka so okay yen lawyers for Bulldog no this apology kra na still the case will be pending.
Okay, all right. Baba o kan say bi wo video ni mo 2 minutes e say Noel Bisani say what is the relationship between Ono and Shatta Wale now? And also, he's still his brother. Once there's love, there's always love.
I hope you are no kasa keke.
No.
I hope you are no kasa keke, but because so ofi Bulldog now come
he said
like no ofi na come kind welcome, but so ofi na come pa I'll be more than disappointed in Bulldog. Nipan waka twice. The apology no cry no brofu no wom no cry no or there meta se there. When the opportunity comes again,
you will do it.
An apology that took him 2 years
to do it, to render.
It should tell you there he has not regretted a thing. Into any opportunity now, obey ni bio. Since you and well who there, bibinya we hear evidence. Since you and well true. The bibinya o hear evidence.
It's next brotherly love.
Next time no bakana keke. Obepe evidence o kan obotum or that tate.
It's what advice Bulldog gonna say.
Ntim panicho. Brotherly don't forget. Brotherly don't forget.
Your brotherly sister Abba.
You're your brotherly.
No, your friend Babaga. No,
let me medical
what they were
disappointed. So why you damages be?
And this shit, number one call radio talk. One capeta. Of course. Every brother.
And I make a woman go to run a pegasa. Is it Baba dear see open you say why disappointed say why you damage because no me miss out. So who the woman minim why did because who said Shatta Wale so uska yes you see a bonnet kaka in my sister
5 million
what sister Baba as also say a Bulldog advice for the man say Onyankopon a boy ye or see him fan che and the crime ye Bible can kind Colossians chapter 3 verse 13 or see him fan che crack said no Onyankopon the channel it wakumem ubetimi de obi bone a channel completely no matter how oni pakro no e de ye forgiveness no ye here be free Onyankopon ho nti e wo say enso ye de ye bone chance ani ache however obi wo ho a Onyankopon suro ni nimu enti ade obetimi ayew ama wawu ana senke de wo family no mofra beto esai mu no such a person you can love him from afar and you're always loving him by being friends with him. Timmy, me little advice I made be man say brother why you baako why you mienu e man in toso third no waka se me hu yanka because hu yanka no is a foolish man's thinking enti eye dwumadie eye star bie darling alcoholic beverage stomagard ana afi so a year Franco trading enterprise we dealers in phones and accessories and electronics. Now what is so good now say we to be beer free on digital platform this wa on 40% discount e was so na adia eye me de e wo mo ho and say eye all social media platforms nyina no omo wo ho den enye asem ketwa ekra afesu Kumasi beaters said the maka no omo number is 0535803773 ufro omo aye brahma nkwa ne ade obema obi afesu so no VC10 ho raha benya dalin alcoholic beverage obema osisi aye ketwa na afesu no no star bie abra pese okwanchi wo test first omo fra buchi omo ba no on se gemano fo no monsene mo bakrom ha ye twa ye ho aba na ye ba story ba ko a this week abapa ne say eye miankasa me brother eye Silvanus Jeffrey munimo no say ye friend no captain to the planet and no belonging to the 4x4 group no what they tweet me beto abonten ye be discuss it na ye wie so a ye ne eye music executive in the person of Kofi Wachiansa industry ni a your friend say or beat menace no you know mo be kasa because beat menace has a little something to say about rights and as a music rights and Captain Planet so person ton and on person mo ton mo rights and it's me nje enkrato na ye ba na wo say na ye fan hihye so bia ye de be hihye so ye friend me Sally Mann efie ye friend me Abenajan me basisia ene we are in the no abodie season see etena ha ye ne co-host for you ha my two eye abaga guy aka winning man na hanze e wa ha na yo Kofi Daniel na nego via uzi ni o gogo ha dia na say no abodie na omo mama me looking very nice me hey a cute car palo omo wa Beka junction eye omo ya adjacent to the Eco Bank no omo number is 0246897589 and I say 0594953225 mami taking the beam 0594953225 on social media platform no omo ho enso nyame ye enso so na kojo shoes ewo na omo no shoe papa bia wo pe bia te se wo hwe me na ase ye hye me ya shoe bia wo pe bia from boot where I belong to any ade no wo mo ebe ma obi from kids shoes to mpenimfo no omo aye no etumi wura enkra size ho no on say me measure size 3 enti enkra size my 2 show me engwa me gogo ye enti so gogo shoes o me opposite eye nsonya meye eye ba ho magimani wo ho pa abra na me ya baba wa no enye ne omo number no 0559332683 Kojo shoes on all social media platforms. So, after so no, ladies in collection. Omo mama mentade, mama to me mama hoyefe. Now so the social media, me ankasa me close setimu. Ana me omo akasa me mra nam so mpese me hye me de ne kakra. It is so ese me to me show many munyam. Russia Dansman Road no Pawuli Junction and omo ho 0541804035 and now say 0552566530. Ladies in collection on all social media platforms. Celebrities e wukro men nyina hono mkopo matade she. They say crowd was saying a new one e wo odoko ho. Enti se wuntumi nkopa awuli a odoko so wenya another one e wo ho. Ana was a Franco Trading Enterprise me ba big ba asantini na abemu enterprise you can ho asem so ne the dealers and as a leading a friend say phone and accessories hub and ne afeso so no electronics no ti microwave blender ne ade nya benya bi ato ho is all come the guitar platforms and as the social media platforms so this one ukona auto bibia ho mo discount of a year 40%. Intina ho kra frɛ wo mo e wo 0246 422338 and I say 055 0555 sana meka miensa 939311 eyo mo number no frɛ wo mo na bibia hwehwe bia from phones from a CCTV and a friend say a electronics CCTV the sanya manyina no kwa benya bia to ho omuni me newest a sponsor of my best. I appreciate you people so much, especially multimedia sales for no. You guys have made my show what it is today. And keep them coming. Tieba no, you can say a year a brand bia or my brother. If it's a Paradise Entertainment, I bet 15 years ago. I was their PRO. Now Paradise Entertainment they do Bansin and they CEO. Now near artists BT 4x4 a VIP. Near Miss Bell we see P back kakra. Ye the salabai and now the more artists or one I say and as a Paradise Entertainment AK son stress. Ain't he bra mede ne beka say Captain Planet die. E fie ni partner mede ne beka sa. Na you say o make it tweet be your friend say ye pese ye de ne kasa. By the way, let me put it out there. Say he's an orphan. A year ne mame usie ne mame 6 months ago. Ne 2 weeks here ne papa so free mu. Enti nko beba be join wo studio about and I'm say all morning until me for say none of sister I can do it for you on phone. It is a captain betime atienia bra Captain Planet.
Troublemaker.
Oh, I don't know that. Oh, I don't know that we are troublemaker. Bro, that to say.
Yeah, na me ado bi aboko egu.
Easy ba cho mo amwanya e say we orphan ti mo man condolences enye easy to lose a father and a mother. This year it has been a bad year for you. Enti ye sha wodin pa wate onyankopon sha wodin me do kasa me knew how down you are. Enti no ye man kasa bebre kakra bi. Bra captain. Last week here hwa na ehu wo tweet bi say wo say big man be powerful wo phone so aka actually say music rights no wo person wo to nti wo kwa fresh prince ni coded na ma hwe say mo beton but all na troy and na a fake account
oh the me na me troy na enya agro ampa
science wo betimi aka offer na o ka so de bema mo no o so beton ni nyina o mo skadin
they call to see say you beton your music catalog now and I'm a catalog. Oh, I don't own for I'm just a member of the group, so even if anything I have to talk to my people, then we see how far we can go about it.
Only pa kono to be money danger
oh we industry guy David Nikuse.
Okay. Why we industry no watch
they went David the video director, they went through David called me and said, oh, this is
sir.
Yeah.
What Sika one home?
No, investors through.
I can tell you for a fact that the top 20 artists we have in Ghana, almost 12 of them have sold their catalog. The 4, 5, 6 people, they are in negotiation period.
But
Meaning some more.
A Chinese company because Mama got me tell with them information pa.
Minimum baby film, but I know that there is a company almost top catalog, but a lot of artists.
Minim pa let me aboa me abubo bi kra but enye say ye
because nkofo abegire mu as middlemen okay ase and omo di so mo di contract e na later no artist ni be hu say oh he was dealing with the wrong person and they tawantawa ba
because ya na sika ni swa
they want to deal no enye sika ni swa sika ni de e wo ho
me say middleman ne be mu no a no wa fa sika ni
the middleman ni be mu a e bi even kwa 2 or I think 2 or 3 artists obi aton catalog a omunim adani tokasisi ya
wow it's in patch wo ne other group members no makasa
oh many o makasa
no almost say how far almost say how far
Obviously, we are going far.
Yes, I agree so better.
Oh, yeah, agree on anything. The deal just came. We are taking our time and we are seeking, how do we call it, advice from people too. And we, they know different because group. Yeah, group.
One person, Bianca, you can easily decide.
Yeah, group. It's definitely, the probability of we selling it is high because we are a group. You are not single artist. Ebia ochina uniwa we busuafo be hwe be group uniwa busuafo one the kwako akodi echi one the kwako contact we one the kwako contact we oba ka say the different board game ba anyway obi ono one catalog of person sell you on person best sell you on one business it's not part of it's not my business we are here to educate ourselves okay
but that me person me hu wo mu hon say who say sa master rights in selling what you say deal banner mo de kasa yo kan was it outright and answer for a period of time ana omo e be tofo who say you obi wo ho a obeka to for a period of be 15 years whatever that your music does is coming to me what you say na contract na wu obu also so auto outright I just say enya mo dia biem ana afi so albums do send songs do send mo decide say mo be ya mo beton ana asa mo de be mo kra mo decide
the woman say selling of catalog it comes with different agreement depending on you the artist how smart you are you can sell it and decide say after them recouping their money you guys are going maybe 30-70 or 60-40 or 50-50 what you say obi to bet me say okay I'm giving it to you for a couple of years. It is depending on who artist, the deal you want to go in with them. What you are saying, and don't forget that those people now almost talk catalog. They are looking for their best interest. So it's up to you, the artist, to go hard on them and be like, yo, you want me, so you go by my terms and conditions. And yes, I said,
yeah. Ain't the person mean be so finally they say who promise say even if say you people decide to do that it will be some amount of money better na bia ma ni kra age amamo you promise us say you are going to do that
see the obi alenti because in compact omo the obi alenti because somebody won
yeah
no two questions
me ba cho koka wa ha koka pese obi sa wasem kakra me nua bema
okay okay.
Minu me ma shedding no.
Okay. Dan who chemu o mi shop na ni say fu ya me.
Oh, everyday Obama ye hu me. Mesra o. Okay, kuapin ti enke kuapin. Mesra na me pese me busa say ade na woton no. Promotion ka ho, remake ka ho. DMpa na e wo deal no.
Okay.
Just a catalog for a certain period or outright. Wow. Me here say na be am so be two obi fo.
No see they are deciding on it now.
And I can't say it depending on you the artist you want in your person way.
Okay.
Okay I say. Omo dey say Now, for catching on top of turn outright, or beton it out, open so they allow person only on Kumuno. What you say? But me as a musician and coming from this side of the country, me I think say when the money is good, when the offer is good, as a musician, go for it. Invest the money and build another catalog. As a musician, you can always build a catalog. What you say? Because that catalog, you will make it for 100 years, and it will be of no value to you in the next 100 years. Because they deal with revenue numbers, and the more your revenue numbers are dropping, nobody wants to purchase your song.
Me pacho be say me bisa last asem. Say no wo gina o solo artist. Wo de nyum bi te say abode aba. Ana afi so no wo de woni kid nyum no che say e nyum a e ka me playlist one me bo papa because say me no odo sem no eye me de unim me dada say me po odo pa ana afi so ye ka enuma etwi nkrofo so a wo bi eno so anop ene anadwumi be mabwa abode mabwa ma obia enye what I say aha ana afi obi ji obi girl ya obi ji o girl ya ne ya wo
na afi akutia na abo
me obi ji o girl ya ne ya wo se go ga ya jili girls sa ba je bi say
and ya pa
e na so be ka
unim yengesa bogeta dia yanka ko ka te wona ye be kire ukwa
o ra de ya kubo celebrity aboga ajo girl
yo
Captain
me guess the bogeta ji me suma jin ko for dey bebre
me ba cho bi bisa say wo die no wow personal one no so no would you bring it what the be back for on the negotiation table ana say even if someone back is not even looking for that but for export the no
yeah they call I think I was doing something on Twitter. I was doing the evolution of 4X4 whereby I was showing people the kind of hit songs that we had, and I think the people saw it, so they realized how strong our catalog is. So they came for 4X4. So the deal on the table right now is 4X4.
Yeah. Okay.
After the amount now the issue. What you say? Me sorry for say me person to an obeti na mamenya opibia na so ba yeah.
Asem so me person me bisa on say. Chese o tutu ye homa ye be te say last week here bi. Abra obi be ka so da be na 4X4 group no e ba together. Ututu homa ye say enya ade amoba back biem. Na ebia performance bi dia fine na samo ba dia mo all songs na a friend say yeah enjoy na captain is it wrong to say you be feeling you be nya nostalgic feeling of wanting to see you people back together? Is it wrong?
No, it is never wrong. It is never wrong. Don't nobody should get it. It is never wrong. The thing is, the group has not been consistent since 2017. The
that's
group
7 years. 7 years now.
Yes, now Prince traveled to America, and he's not coming back. So maintaining the group, is very hard now. So we just decided to Charlie.
The solo project.
Your individual, exhibit your own individual talent. If like performances, will be for us for better performer. Fine, we'll just mobilize ourselves and have the performer back to go to the studio, say for us for a cool studio, back to do what the end of the year. Don't know. It's not happening. But performance, we will be performing. We will be seen as performing, but doing songs together as a group again at this age, Charlie.
Is it no more paper? She says, "My bon kokra." It's other businesses. But apart from music, what other thing na say wo ye? Meaning say we solo project and they is thriving pa. But a dear business is BM na wo ye.
Oh, apart from music, we other businesses. Could other businesses? Oh yeah, me other businesses. We are not depending on music solely because so one in Ghana music Senate here. So one. This is reality, and yet reality. So one born who modern, and you over China, Busumi do our 300 Ghana, 400 Ghana or Gambo. Which is not which won't help you. Which won't help you because who did 300, 400 Ghana or Gambo or Braben now?
Shade. Oh, we say shade pen.
Oh, and yes, you say I'm gospel artist of the Biomusu.
Sir.
Yes, Bibia.
Now, when was the last time I wunya a yesika from Gamro?
Minji
As a group.
Min co-holder, Minji Bida.
For group wunya sika free Gamro holder.
No. Obian Koji Biada.
Hey, Obi did you go accounts one ASR?
No.
Now, why are you people not asking?
And nobody is prosecuting them, nobody is questioning them because for me, an artist, now me royalty bow, now catch them and say, me member far from the NTR. She can't you are not just a way this can and out to social media. Because whether my register with you or not, the royalty is never about saying as media.
What if says I won't register with them? They don't go to collect it. What about that? Have you checked, say, Bia, if you have not registered with them? Next one, hold
on. If I'm not registered with you, then you have no right to collect royalties on my behalf.
But they are collecting it.
Yes.
Would you act on it ever? Say, Bia, best you want to say, BB. Would you do that? The group, would you do that?
To say there are a lot of laws governing music. Which I said, one way or the other, one day, Obibe take you on, and you have to account for everything because now they have numbers, they have revenue records. So when they put those records out, only I put records out for maybe 2010, and you have to pay for all the money that you have collected on behalf of that person.
My last question, I be to say, are you and my brothers, are you good? You coded Prince, are you guys good? Like, are you fine?
Oh, we are super cool. And me me feel coded Batuna Tota.
Yes, all this sound with Chikakran and I know me fine.
Because our juice, pineapple juice, watermelon, nice ones. Yeah, because Manunu Biana Marian Katiana.
Yes, so the answer Miss Midru why free to me.
A papu rock.
Hey, Passion, yeah, that's it. It's a papa, a year in the bar. My you, ye bar, na ye baba, so to baby what beat menace. Our phone or so, so what they drop here, Passion. Or your expert was our music writing mo. Tia pese ade ne bom komo na ye hu e bia the dangers ene ade tie say be ya e betumi ama motumi make informed decision.
I na make catch you say nyama kan tire say eno le fan na
I get that. Why? It's me that pa, you know I love you, right?
I love you too, my sister.
All right, thank you so much.
All right, Kuka.
Mate,
Mesa for her. Why? Mesa for her.
Hi. It's me patrol a music group and I say it's a first pay was a duo and I be me and son. Ain't you omo baako near do omo kasa on a dear. Patrol bra my two.
Yeah.
Conversation na say you watch try there. What try to make for understand but and yes entirely says me boa.
Me kra me nyini.
Okay. Hey, okay.
It is one of the ways they used to hype. If it is true, let's all look forward to seeing or hearing it. Finally. Because they say, Padre, I will be more happier for him when the deal is sealed. By me to muda.
But can I say something to you? They are my brothers.
And not just
No. I said they are my brothers, and I know them. Say 4x4 group has never been a group for hype. Papa we crowd ni mo.
Hey, asema na okay. I don't know kasa.
No, me person me.
Then they are not a good group.
Say
without a hype.
No, what it is, hype has not always been negative.
But I'm also saying that I don't believe.
We are 20 artists. Yes. You're signing for.
Wait.
Yes.
Me say me. Me all canon. I don't believe it.
Okay.
Until say bibi kuaba. Me nka say me.
Enti see. Ba won jindi.
Ba say me ji say I didn't na yensa wona be kan wasem. I didn't na yensa on. The code na e ba na ma mu nwie. Why do you come and write?
Say be so.
What the pedien?
Be no more pay. Be views and opinions.
Views for what?
No.
No. One kasa wo pay wa de. Me ti what you see. Now we be a radio station now so ba be fa me na me ma ya ma kwatwira to.
I'll be coming here.
Omo mo ta ya sa na no mo de pesika free. Bu ho kra ye mfre no kra no de bo ne adwumayɛfoɔ no bi hu yɛsɛ ma YouTube bɛkɔ yɛsɛ hwan bɛkɔ na ɔde yɛsɛ bɔkɔ ne yɛmfrɛ no nkɔfoɔ bi wɔn yɛ empty wɔn kita hwee wɔn kita krataa biara ɛnso ne aba bɛtwerɛ na asɛ mpanimfoɔ no yɛm hyehyɛ na wɔn panin no yɛm ahyehyɛ na ɔsɛ kɔ na ɔyɛ ndɛn nti me deɛ me nyi wentum na if it is true yɛn ma bɛka ho asɛm
ansa na esi
yes me susu sɛ wonya saa deal na ɛyɛ cool planet me nim no me penasem but on this very score me nyi ntum me nyi ne ɔka
ni ofi area hɔ so kaka
me nyi ne ɔka ne ntum me nyi ni sɛ bibi saa so ekra wɔ hɔ until say ɛbɛba na bibi saa wɔ hɔ mpa me nyi ne sɛ nkɔba bɛka ho asɛm sa okay yɛntwɛn ne yɛhwɛ
of course Kofi woni mo nkakra
yes
are they for omo bo ye for saa hype ne saa
no I don't know say omo ti saa me I believe say or the two job because people can share their experience with them.
Thank you.
Maybe you'll be better to me a friend a chance. Okay, don't do this. We just say I quite remember say some time ago, DKB had to reach out to me, say all content your person TV station, and I'm a church and said do this, don't do this. Or more the deal with about men deal with and those things to me. Sure say the reason to all the two or per people's opinion. The baby is new to.
He is. He is, yeah.
So, well, we're entitled for.
And then some Captain Planet, you're new to. When somebody wants a deal, and I say,
buying catalog
is different.
It is different.
And get the right of the song, so.
A good person. However, beat menace. Okay. Was so na ne din a ɛyɛ a wɔde tena broche ne industry we mu no ye friend no Kofi Boache ansa na ɔyɛ music business executive and an advocate and a record producer mame mfa enka asem kakra mfa no ho wɔse he's worked across the entire music value chain as an executive producer engineer with some legendary artists like Soul Amafio and Teddy Osei of Osibisa FM San Trophy Band, I name say author or motor no. And an the 67th Grammys, works was nominated with an artist, a friend Antonio Vergara. The category was for Best Contemporary Blues Album. Into onyeni packet wakra na was a lot of artists chikra. Amario who perform you Coachella, the baby sister sort of on abuano ni industry no mo. Enti me pacho bra beat. Bra Kofi.
Hello, Sally.
Bra Kofi.
Yes, so.
Me say na me ka say wo ba me younger sister ani ji ajo so crash wo zozo nim za.
Hey sir.
Makacho sa. There na say wo be say munim ne ekos. Me pacho that say.
Oh, bibi aboko afumo e na wonso e.
Onyankopɔ adom pa. Me ni me mpanimfo a na yetena ha no. Your education kakra be on it, knowing your background, the things that you've done in the past with bands and individuals. Me pacho, minim se who Twitter, Captain Planet, concerning so be after one say or person or talk about as a person, what's I feel the new music rights, any music executives with Brian Jumano. Is it okay for an artist to sell off the rights? Because the reason I'm asking is say, now we are a American sensation, a friend Ashanti, we're fighting so hard to get the masters back. And if somebody is fighting so hard to get the masters back, that somebody is also saying they are selling it offer. Do you think it's a good idea? Educate us on it.
Okay. Yewo enyema ahorobi I will send me addresses. First off, a lot of artists internationally ton omo catalog and so.
Okay.
Yes. Now so the problem I have seen in Ghana, especially with young artists no. Omuni appropriate agreement with Inkopona omuni omo eye nyumuno. For instance, Captain Planet say maybe some of the catalog, maybe a JQ and a Bo B.
Exactly.
Intellectual property. In the event of such sale, no,
Francophone are also important. Their voices matter, and their consent is also needed under such circumstances. Because I will say, addressing Enyema Mienubi. Your copyright Mienubi, but for your music composition copyright, and now in Ghana law, your friend of authorship. What you say? And your lyrics, melodies, you know. And a sound recording and a master. That is the specific recorded version of our song, you know, of our composition. You know. All of these, we transfer and are licensed in a right. The problem is that there was a Chinese company, or there is a Chinese company that is buying a lot of the Ghanaian
in Ghana.
Artists. Yes, for more than 5 years. Other countries, you know, they will tell you, say, maybe when they are selling the catalog, maybe on beton only the music composition side for a number of years. Now, I found the down same view. And I say, on beton sound recording copyright. Now, I found the down same view. After a number of years, maybe after 30, 50 years, and in rare cases, they sell the two. Unfortunately, you know, in Ghana, what seems to be the case is the artists are infringing on co-authors who contributed to such songs, you know, and they are selling both of them in perpetuity.
Wow. Forever and ever.
Yes. Now, important, I mean, we've seen what is happening with the U.S., with the geopolitical issues. One of the few things that inflation and affected a publishing income. That is the type of royalties that are generated when the song composition is exploited. Inflation and publishing. And we need to understand that copyright law and even Copyright Act is also subject to that. Say, as an author or the original creator of an original work, you own the rights to the work for the entire duration of your lifetime, and then plus 70 years after the death of the last author of the work. The valuation, you see, when people are selling the catalog, they have ways or more value the worth of the catalog to see how commercially viable you are. Now, unfortunately, Ghana for no cheap side crowd because a lot of artists don't work with professional teams. To educate them, but to also make business moves to monetize their catalog.
Wow.
Now we need to realize that the selling of catalogs that is happening a lot these days, and yet random, because they say your AI, if they do baby, they can use some of this material as training data for AI machines. If they do baby, highlights, they don't even need Ghanaian musicians to do it again.
Wow.
All that will be required is just create a prompt, and the computer will create highlights for you. What does that say to us as far as posterity and culture preservation as a people? I think personally, my opinion is it's a very bad idea. Because I've heard some of the amounts some of these artists are selling their catalogs for, and I have sat in on deals where somebody gets maybe placement of one song in a major blockbuster movie, and he makes that same amount. And you back up it. So it's all about perspective. But ignorance, it was Ghana for too much, like it was super too much, especially amongst the artists. In fact, me who that tweet, I was a bit disappointed. And interestingly, Mininipa there 4 and I said 5, who interacted with that tweet, acting as if say, no moon means say, and Yema echo to me, but they were working with that Chinese company.
Oh, they were pretending. They were pretending.
Yes, they facilitated the sale of a lot of catalogs.
Wow. Bra, it is a say no for X4 group, no. Omo your own member for near. It is a say advice out there more money say. Do they go or they don't go? Because he says people are claiming their catalogs or masters, others are also selling it. And you know, we here expect to educate them on how to go about it, Anna.
Sally, you will there was difference between music business and music.
Okay.
If somebody approaches you to say that I want to buy your catalog, value you as the artist team, it was said you should understand that value and how to amplify it for you yourself and safeguard it for your kids and your grandchildren as well. Because when you want to sell the catalog, you don't have any say what you're going to use the music for. You will be a friend moral right. Some of these contracts actually forces the artist to waive their moral rights. So if, for instance, they use it to Febio, to maybe to promote some your friend is saying terrorist group, yeah, you can't tell them stop using my music for that.
Wow.
I see you.
Okay.
I've seen deals like that. You understand? I don't know who approached them to buy it. I don't know under what conditions or terms they were approached. But I think the fact that somebody has seen value and they are willing to part with a lot of money to buy the catalog should be a wake-up call to them. It should tell them that there's value in the music they're creating, and they need to find ways of leveraging that value, amplifying it, and keeping it for themselves. Because it's beyond just them. It's also Ghana's cultural heritage that is at stake now.
All right, what I'm going to do, let's say, is there a way so I can link the two of you? Because a group 4x4 is actually one of my honey pies in this industry. I was their PRO for almost 4 years. Into a mini for and I would want them to do the right thing. Is there a way so with your permission, I can share your number with them now on my bar for what you say for education, so if they want to do so that they do it right.
Oh, I'm a big fan of 4x4. I mean, I grew up on a lot of their music. I love their stuff. I'll be more than willing to offer any assistance as far as I'm capable.
All right.
You know? Yes.
Mate.
Yes.
Enti mpacho ko kaso watch yawo. Eye Kofi Buachi ansa. Ye fe beat menas. Bro, but that's so much for educating us, because I knew say I couldn't have done this music situation without talking to you first, because I know the worker. We to na say musicians or more abotry and Ghana hanyina. Enti ye da se pa. Na Uncle Teddy o say wo ne ka o pa ho.
Sally, but we say Oyari kata and ono so wabobra waye nyoma bebre it was say Ghana for yes celebrating your legends, because a lot of them luckily for me, the last recording of the late Solama Fiosu of Osidita, 3 months later, but once Ghana, you're very rich heritage, but you need that cultural preservation. It's like speaking about 4x4. In the next 20 years, people will look up to their music as something that defines a very important time in Ghanaian music history and culture. What you say? Anything that I'm really
on them, for them to do the right thing,
Yes.
All right.
Yes. They should do what they feel right for them if they understand the pros and the cons at length. Because if they want to sell it, so be it. But as a professional, in my opinion, I do not think that is the right way to go.
I want to ask you a question. Last question, Sanwako. Say, would the penny say, Ted you say, Mwa Juma. No woo ye ne how, because ye preserve your money and may. It means say, Nansaya President Air launched the Black Stars experience or can say Jack Onimo. Well, you're one of the pioneers of Palm One music, Yen celebrate you or Moti Assembly when J. What's a cry? What it?
Me call Pembe College. Me amount stand for tech. A Jack Onimo entertainment. I used to spend a lot of time with him. Cultural center. Your friend is saying commercial area. University campus. We are mentioning such people, and looking at them, there's an important aspect of your music culture and history. Ejakonimo is one of them. J. Adolfo Oboba, Black Chinese. I mean, say F. Kenya that's here, but he's also one person who we shouldn't ignore. A.K. Yeboah, KK number 2. KK is number 2, KK is number 3 band. You know, we still have quite a few legends amongst us, and they need to be celebrated. They need to be recognized. A big craze with Ghana because Ghana didn't do much for them. Obi to say Eddie Kwanzaa, to say Australia. Eddie Kwanzaa, no, two other Ghanaians are no more homes. A lot of the Bob Marley recordings.
Wow.
George Lyon Lee, Peter Van Der Poel, and Eddie Kwanzaa, or Dansitiate. He's in his 80s. As many will say, your friend is saying, Ebo Taylor is his last farewell tour of the US. And one of the people who ensured, say, Obeko Tatono is Ali Shaheed Mohammed, part of the legendary group, a Tribe Called Quest, a guy called Adrian Young, and even Sweet B. Look at that.
Yeah. Ain't he? Yeah, that's a bro. Yeah, that's a president. As Obama celebrating, but we are hoping saying just a Jaconi Mupe. But to say be obedient, say Butela or Boni D. You best celebrating as a Ghanaian before and son because now he's 80 plus. Ain't you know? Yeah, that's a power for speaking to us. And
Pacho, before I leave, an artist to say Amare. She's young, amazing. She's doing amazing things.
Oh no, your sister.
Oh, mini papa, or a solid artist.
Yeah.
But what would the attention is driving back to Ghana? We need to celebrate not just the old one, but we need to celebrate
somebody like her too.
Pushing, yes. Ghanaians need to rally behind Amare and support her.
Yeah.
It's important.
Mate. Now, Obe Pushia Mwabe perform TGM Nana. Say last year, the Amfa. This year, Mube Manafa.
Oh, say earlier TGM for Nani Amare of my team. Yempe was almost not the way forward. No, almost always that problem. Any day, beyond me pay grade. Me, I'm a common floor member.
Oh, you are lying. We enjoy your Dasipa. Yeah, Dasipa for speaking to us. We appreciate you so much. It's
Thank you so much.
Brad beat men as near the Kasa. Now, you're the Nakasa on your time to relax it. You're Nakasa on a year president. Or lunch a friend say, Blasters experience. Or Casa say. Obebo Ghana nyumu pewa the private jetting. Presidential jetting. Obebo Ghana nyumu pewa. Also, no. Osa say, yem fine ceremony be. Na yen celebrate a year a jako nimo. Intisa and main on the Blasters experience. Blasters experience, is basically like a replacement of the beyond the return and then year of return. As a more extended version. But what's different, they say, the Blasters experience, they be expanded for the whole year. It's every month, be any idea. They have decided, say, say, Ghana month, and we say the Heritage Month. We food bazaar, we a friend say fashion show, we nyama bebre, eka ho. It's say no, say Blasters experience, yeah, the Ejako ni most celebration, the so barbecue. But about your bra, yeah, in 3 minutes. What say, Assemble? Were you happy about it?
Yeah, I mean, for cancer, or call Gamura. Almost so now I'm sign form, be an fill form, be no Unisika. I think it's very.
What's one your member, one cassette?
That what can be business almost or meth or mess.
That was it, signing your member.
No, I'm signing form. I'm a fill form.
No one your member.
And one your member, I bet I know I use it.
Send no number to make a chance. If you're not a member, they can't collect from your
if I'm not money on my behalf.
They don't even need the right to
if I'm not a member, why are you collecting my royalties?
Gamro nun kasa chinchina ba be member they say be a museum I'll be introducing the can aha but they want to know you ni ehunu say oba be fill form am ehunu say enwom no ho na twroye sika na ba ni o twroye e be ko ho moral right be ko ho economic right performance right ni can ho enti no ba be fill form ni nyina be ehunu say okay enwom enu kwa no salina e twroye enti ehunu sika ba ye de be ko ma hwan e wo so sane ma ni nyina ya aligned.
But OBJ, OBJ,
education. Evidence be say, okay. Gambo ni dey say, wo be bo nwom wo ha. E na ye ji usika. Enti obi e be bo nwom ni bia no. Ene no mo say, e mo de device bi aba. E be kire Why be born you be an recorded. If say me mic 2 na me born you na number of times no say machine or device be to me na adwuma yi number of times I me born you no na recorded there that would be fantastic but as at now yen share then into there ba come and fill the form tell us say onyum obi jo girl need the whatever why na try why na emfa woman why na emfa woman just indicate that and come for your money.
No, but what
now so on your better the amount.
I agree what you are saying. They've not taken any money.
Whether the form.
So what goes to the market?
Wait. Sikani omo jeje no. A collective you.
For who?
No.
For one.
Yeah, the GG.
For who?
Emanyum to for. So come and indicate that.
Why you taking money from me? I'm not signing you. What
I make us back control. Ebe na blank levy ban. CD. Pen drive and at those times crack cassette and I buy my blank levy on that no Saturday on there I buy this kind of oboni papa kodi omoni papa kodi
and I make us
it is not there
knowledge was less.
No. It's very simple.
Was less.
Was say come and fill a form. Now some come fill a form. I bet they do scammer.
Their money.
The money is being collected on behalf of all the musicians. Come and fill the form so that we can know. Say
my two.
And you know boy.
I agree perfectly what you are saying.
Yeah, catch it out.
2 days ago. That month, how much did they collect? Did they even declare that? That
is another discussion of conversation. But was say
two artists left for no. Now we told the parkour no this can
now they are not say exactly yes say oba ansana baba multimedia first yes bra never true wudi
of course
me hu say baba na say bosom so na hwe no more names a wan tro a na yes be tie fura kete oba o metro
my two argument
o say bra never tro ne ndi oba metro ne yes be tro kete
broad day robbery
no me no nya adwen me no nya adwen it is say
how Jessica from you
o Jessica na ma hwan this is education
Sally, let me ask a question. Sally, let me ask a question. What can then 4x4 one debut album? It was 2003.
Yes.
That is 22 years. 22 years.
Yeah.
Why Jiska ja. What pede what catching and that's in there. 4x4 kade. Okay. One forms on the years fine now. Would they be able to pay them from?
And that is another. So go and fill the form so that we Gamro will know. Say
I have not given you the right. I have not given you.
No. Okay.
Where to serve for?
Mama Yantia say.
From the day of starting, you calculating
22 years.
What
we are
but we say what G on behalf of the artist. It is artist in the form
Gamro Yamana power. Yama power. When I catch you say Yama Gamro power.
You don't know
Yama Gamro power. That is why I be
to come.
That is why I be seen there. Attorney General who say, and never been quay your licenses, no, you're revoking.
Of course.
They have power.
Exactly.
And the power given to them, they say, almost see a Muslim. One more Jessica on behalf of the musicians in Nigeria. A be another catch them say how the distribution goes, you know. And a question about they are fine. No, but we are Mr. Make or maybe the say, was it never fill a form to indicate to say, when you want to try. Yeah, first kind of market. I was here who say, and you want to try him. What you are no.
Sally,
point now, my no say point in because
so I could you be sick. Now I'm pampa, open so this kind of man. Say nipa na makwa
no.
multimedia betu ya meka say my be a member staff our multimedia betu ya meka ye catch them